honeybee, the scientific name for the honeybee, it is Apis mellifera. Let's go to the slide. Okay, honeybees here, they are one of the useful insects like that of the silkworm. Previously, we discussed about the economic importance of the silkworm, and in this chapter, we are again going to study about the external structures, about the colonies of the honeybee, and also their economic importance. So, first of all, the honeybee, they always live in a colony. All the individuals in a colony, they are actually the offspring of the same mother. That is because a colony, or also known as the beehive, they have got just one fertile female, which is the queen bee. And queen bee allows every individual to survive. In that case, here she just lays the eggs and the other are reared by the worker bee. In this case, let's go through the internal definition. Honeybees, they are actually the colonial nest in which the honeybees survive. They are all prepared by using the wax. So in this case, there are three different types of honeybees in a single colony. Three bees. So one, it is obviously last time we discussed, that is the fertile female, which we take it as the queen. Nextly, number two, that is the fertile males, which are known as drones. Okay, and the third one, it is the sterile females, which are known as the worker bees or the workers. So, a colonial nest consisting of these three types of bees also have got the good discipline and the division of the labors among themselves. And that is why from this honeybee colonies, we human civilization can have a lot of information and also aspire ourselves so that we can work along with the discipline and also several divisions. Nextly, the study of the honeybee, it is actually known as the melitology. So now let's go through the topics again. Classification. The systematic position of the honeybee, it is as shown in the screen. Kingdom Animalia, we all know that honeybee, it is an animal. Subkingdom Invertebrata, that means the animal which do not consist of the backbone, they are all kept in the Invertebrata subkingdom. Nextly, Arthropoda, that is the phylum which consists of the animals which have got different jointed legs. And on the same basis, the Arthropoda phylum that has been subdivided into the classes in which the honeybee lies in Insecta class group. Here it means that the honeybee, they consist of three pairs of jointed legs. So you can have a look at this picture as well. This is the first jointed leg, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So 6 appendages, that is why 3 pairs of jointed legs means it has been kept under the class Insecta of the phylum Arthropoda. Nextly, we all know Apis, it is the genus or generic name for the honeybee, and here we will study about Apis mellifera, which is actually found in our country, Nepal. Let's go to the organization of the colony again. So, queen, here it is only one in number. Drones, they are actually few hundreds. Let's take it as 200 to 500 drones. And the colony, actually, it has been formed very larger one because of the number of the sterile females or the worker bee, which here we will be taking at 20 to 80,000. So, one queen, few hundreds of drones, and a quite large number of thousands of worker bees will form a colonial nest, or also known as the beehive. Now let's go through the queen bee. You can have a look at the screen too. Here, queen bee, it is actually recognized by the size of this abdomen. This section, it is actually the abdomen, and the other than the queen bee, there are several other honeybees which are drones and workers. All of them are actually recognized by their shape and size. Whereas in this condition, honeybee, the queen one, it is all recognized because she has got the larger abdomen, because she is the only fertile female, and that is why she needs to hold on a large number of eggs in her abdomen. So the abdomen is large. Nextly, the other parts, all of them are similar to the all honeybees. Next, since there is only one fertile female, later what happens when the queen will die? So in that condition, again the worker bee, that worker bee will choose the next queen for their beehive. In that case, let's go to the screen. When the life of the queen comes to an end, one of her daughters takes over the colony. Because we already know that the queen bee will live only for 2 to 5 years, and after that, when that beehive is incomplete of the queen bee, or if she is absent or she dies out, in that condition, one of the daughters, that is because all the individuals in a colony, they are from the same mother. So that's why one of the daughter of the same queen bee will take over the colony. She is the only one who lays the eggs and then later does not involve in collecting nectars and pollens. So here the function of the queen bee, here it is all about laying the eggs, laying eggs. Okay. So here queen bee, she only works for laying the eggs, and then also the next thing is that she produces a specific hormone or even the smell, so that the other drones and the worker bee could recognize her as the queen bee. And then their beehive, whenever they go out for foraging the food, they need to return to their home, and that home actually it is all recognized by the smell that has been produced by the queen bee. Now the next topic, it is all about the drones, the fertile males. These fertile males are actually smaller than the queen bee. Nextly, they have got the body, or the whole body actually, it is smaller than the queen bee but larger than the worker bee. So that is why if all the three different bees are kept together, then in that condition we can know by the size of the abdomen, because the larger one, that will be the queen bee, a little smaller, that will be the drone, and the very smallest one will be the worker bee. The drones, they have got the lifespan of 4 to 5 weeks. Previously, for the queen, it was 2 to 5 years, whereas for the drones, that is only for 4 to 5 weeks. During their whole life, the drones, they are the fertile males, but their work is just to mate with the queen, because they do not go out for foraging. That is why whenever they are inside the beehive, then they are all fed by the worker bees. Nextly, their work here, it is just to fertilize with the queen bee. In that condition, whenever they get mature, they will go out, or they will just fly from the beehive. The queen, she will go out for mating with the drones, and that mating is actually known as the nuptial flight. Here, after the drones, they fertilize the queen, or they mate with the queen, they are thrown out of the beehive. In that condition, previously they were all fed by the worker bee, and that is why once they are thrown out of the beehive, they do not know how to go for finding the foods. And that is why after mating, the drones die out. Nextly, let's go through the worker bee. It is the one we just need to learn a lot about the worker bee, and we can even learn from them. The smallest, the busiest, the most hardworking of the beehive, that is the worker bee. So here, the size or the shape actually here, the structure all consists of the same head, thorax and abdomen, but this abdomen it is very less. That is because it is the sterile female and the reproductive system or the reproductive organs of the worker bees, they are not so functional and they do not help in reproduction. They do not lay eggs, but they have got a lot of works to do so that they can stay in that beehive. According to the days, how long they have been lived, there is the division of the works for the worker bee. Here, let's go to the slide again and let's learn about how the worker bee works. Here, they can easily collect the nectars from the nectarines as their mouth parts are adapted for chewing and lapping type. Previously, we discussed about the proboscis or the feeding portion. Here, proboscis, the mouth part. Okay. So that mouth part, it is all adapted for chewing and lapping type. So in this case, they will just collect the pollens and nectars, and when that is not in use, this proboscis is always in the bent format. And if that is to be taken out, it will come out in this extended form. Okay. Next week, they help in taking care of the larva that has been produced by the queen. They also regulate the temperature in the colony and help in collection of the nectars and pollens. They also help to make the hive and protect that hive or the colony from the several intruders or the enemies. So that is why the worker bee, it is the busiest one, because all the works that are to be done in that beehive, it is given to the worker bee. Next, the lifespan of the worker bee, it is about 6 weeks and they do nothing but just the work. Let's go to the works of the worker bee again. Number 1, that is cleaning up their birth cell after the eggs are turned into larva, pupa and adult, and once they become adult, they firstly clean their own birth cells. Next, they also help in construction of a new honeycomb. It helps in producing the wax, also the repositioning of the food, storing of the nectars, guarding of the entrance, scouting out the collecting pollen grains and nectars, regulating the temperature, and also producing the honey. So now let's go through the structure, detailed structure. Let's come back to the drawing. Here, the external structure of the bee. So the first thing is that the whole body of the honeybee, it is actually covered with a cuticle, which is later known as the exoskeleton. And that exoskeleton will provide a quite good support for the muscles, and that will help that honeybee to have a precise movement and strongest movement and very fast movement. So that is exoskeleton. It will help in the movement or the easy flying of the honeybee whenever they go around, when they go for the foraging the food. Nextly, they also prevent the water loss from their body. Later, the honeybee's body. Now, it has been divided into head, thorax and abdomen. Previously, we just explained that word in the previous slides, and now we are going to learn about that in a very detailed format. Here, this is the head, and here we have already discussed about the abdomen. So in this condition, let's come back to the head. Here, you can eventually have a look that the head, it consists of a pair of large compound eye. This one, it is the compound eye. Mostly the head part, it is all covered by a large compound eye. All over the head, there is the compound eye curve. Here, later on, there are altogether 3 simple eyes which are known as ocelli. These are the simple eyes. And the function of this ocelli, it is actually to determine about the light, or it will respond about the light sensitivity. And next one is that also whenever it is dark, it will all allow that it will make the honeybee well known about the darkness or the lightness or actually the intensities. Next one here, there is the a pair of antenna. And we all know that antenna, it is one of the responding sense organ which will allow that honeybee to know about the touch or even the sensitivity of the intruders. And also next one is the here food connections. Next here, let's go through the slide. The body of the bee, it is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. The head of a bee consists of a pair of compound eye, 3 ocelli, that is the simple eyes, and a pair of antenna. And also the next thing is sensory bristles and the mouth parts. Here we have already discussed about the mouth part, ocelli, antenna, and that sensory bristles. It is all present in the antenna. Here, that is why it is one of the most important sense organ. Nextly, the compound eye, it is covered, it actually covers a large space in this head. We have already discussed about that. And there are altogether 6,000 facets in that eye, and that will perceive about the shapes, colors, motion, and distance. Nextly, the 3 ocelli over here, they help the honeybee to respond to the darkness or the light. So if there is any change in the light intensities, then that will be responding by the ocelli. Nextly, this ocelli also helps in the flight stability. That means it will help their body to control or to have the balance whenever they are flying. So now, nextly, the head. Here, let's talk about the antenna. This antenna, it is also segmented, in which there are altogether 13 and 12 segments in female. Okay, so the antenna here, it is also segmented, which has got several different segments. So in that condition, we can also know about which one is the drone or which one is the worker bee and also the queen. So in that condition, if that honeybee has the 13 segments, then that is solely the male. Whereas if that honeybee consists of 12 segments in its antenna, that is the female. And again, there are 2 different types of female, that means the queen and the worker. So firstly, we will know about the female, and later on we will undergo the checking of the abdomen, where we can know if the abdomen is large, that will be the queen bee, and if that is a smaller one, then that will be the worker bee. So in this case, by the shape and structure of the abdomen, or either the number of the segments in the antenna, we can know about which one is the male and which one is the female. Let's go to the slide again. The antenna, they have many hair-like structure that helps to detect the air movement so as to hear the sound, smell and taste. Previously, here I have described about the sensory bristles that is all present in the antenna, and that is all providing the sense of different taste, smell and sound. Nextly, the mouth part. Here, the proboscis one. I have already explained about this proboscis. It is the sucking type which consists of the mandible or teeth. In that condition, whenever they forage out, they go out for eating the foods. In that condition, they will just collect the nectars or the pollens by scraping from their proboscis or from their teeth. Later on, the proboscis here, it is used for sucking the nectars from the nectarines. And when that is, again, previously I have discussed, proboscis, when it is not in use, it keeps unfolding. And if it is in use, that will be elongated. You can eventually have a look at the slide 2. Proboscis there, it has been extended, and that is when they are at the time of use, which means they are in the time of sucking the nectars or the juices. And here, this one, it is all rolled up. That means in that condition, they are not in the use. Next part, it is all about the thorax. So the part of the body which connects the head from the abdomen, that portion, it is known as the thorax. Now this thorax, it also consists of 3 segments, and those 3 segments here, let's go through this point, 3 segments are actually known as the prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Prothorax, mesothorax, and the next one is metathorax. And now the main point is that honeybee. We all have already discussed that honeybee, it is kept under the insecta class of the arthropoda. So now we will be learning about from where the 3 pairs of legs or the 3 pairs of appendages originated. Let's go to this point. Okay. So since there are 3 pairs of jointed appendage and here 3 segments of the thorax, here we can easily remember that 1 pair from each segment of the thorax consists of the appendages of that honeybee. Okay. So prothorax, it consists of 1 pair of appendage. Mesothorax, it consists of the next pair, and metathorax, it consists of the 3rd pair. So altogether, there are 3 pairs of jointed legs, and that is why honeybee has been kept under the insecta. We should always remember this point. Nextly, the wings. So in this condition, honeybee, it also consists of 2 pairs of wings, out of which the foremost forewing, it is all present in this mesothorax, 1 pair wing, next pair of wing from the next side. So here again, mesothorax, it consists of 1 pair of leg and 1 pair of wing, whereas metathorax, it consists of 1 pair of leg and 1 pair of wing, and prothorax, it consists of 1 pair of leg only. So that is why altogether honeybee consists of 3 pairs of leg, 2 pairs of wing, which all get originated from 3 different segments of the thorax. So I guess you can remember about the thorax, its segment, and the leg appearance and the wing appearance. I hope you are clear about this. Okay, let's go through the next now. Here, the hind leg of the worker bee again is highly specialized, and it had got the long curved hairs and a pollen basket. So I'm going to show you here. Have a look at this. This is the hind leg. In this condition, other than this appendage, it is quite larger one, and that is known as the pollen basket. So the hind leg of the worker bee, it is highly specialized, and it has got chains. Have a look at this. These are very smaller one, whereas the hind leg, it is one of the most specialized portion. That means it is bigger one than the other, and it consists of the pollen basket. That is why the worker bees are actually the one who needs to go out for it, and then they need to collect the pollens and nectars. And that pollen grains, all those things are collected in the pollen basket. That means whenever they go out, whenever they stay or rest on a certain flower, the pollens from that flower gets attached to this pollen basket. And that is why they have got the bristles over here, quite hairy portion, and that will help in collecting them and bringing back to the beehive. And later on, that is reposition. As previously discussed, repositioning of the food is also done by the worker bee. So, in this condition, worker bee has become one of the busiest working honeybee. Nextly, abdomen. Now, let's go to this point. Abdominal part, the third part of the body. In this condition, you can have a look. All these things, there are 9 segments in the abdomen of a honeybee. And apart from that, queen bee, she has the only larger bee. She is the larger one with large abdomen. Apart from that, others, they have got the abdomen which are quite small, but every one of them have got the 9 segments in their abdomen. I hope you are clear about this. Let's go through the slide again. Have a look at the pollen collection area at the hind limb. This section, which I have denoted pollen basket, let's go to the slide. There it has been written as the pollen collection area. So once they sit somewhere, they rest in the flower, and all those pollens, they are actually collected in that area. That is because it has got the center bristles. Whenever they fly and sit over the flower, that flower is second. And after second, that pollen grains will fall down, which are actually attached in this section that is called the pollen basket or pollen collecting area. Nextly, you can even have the look of proboscis here. Proboscis, it is the tongue like that has been dropped down so that it can suck for the nectars. So I guess we are all known about the structures, and apart from the whole this worker bee in this condition, only worker bee has got this pollen basket. Queen bee, she has got the larger abdomen, and nextly for the drone, they have got the 13 segment in their antenna. So once you are given the any one of the honeybee, then in that condition we can have the comparison of this external structure of the honeybees, and then we can identify which one is the male or the female or even the queen and the worker bee. I hope you are clear about this.